What's up, my designer dolls? Thank you for joining another episode of Designing Rachel Marie. Today, I am coming on to actually answer a couple questions. Well, actually, one big question because it's got a long little story attached to it. And as you guys can see, I'm trying something a little bit new for the background. I hope you guys like it. It is the logo, y'all. It's the logo for Designer Dolls. I know I'm trying something different. I'm going to perfect this eventually. Right now, I ain't got it all the way down. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest to get it. And I got a new ring light. As y'all can see, I done kind of upgraded my little ring light. So we got a new little type of setting going on here. So I hope you guys like it. So before I get into today's content, let me go ahead and just ask you guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel because like I told you guys before, I'm doing a whole bunch in regards to just making sure that I'm putting out content and everything. So again, if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. And then also follow me on IG at Designing Rachel Marie and also at Designer Dolls LLC. And then also join us on Facebook in our group, Designer Dolls. It is actually becoming what I envisioned it to become. I think people are stopping, like they're not being as shy as they were initially, and things are just really starting to like work out exactly the way I wanted them to work out. So that's great. So anyway, let me get into today's content because I don't want to do like a super long video, but I wanted to make sure that I did this video to address the question that was asked to me. Actually, the question was asked to me in the group, and once she asked the question, I was like, dang, I need to go ahead and make a video because I know everybody else is going to ask me this same question, and I just don't want to keep repeating myself, so I figured I'll just put a video out, and then that way you guys know. So, the big question at hand is, why did I not use left knee for my coordination for my round 2 with Duran? So, I used Jules again, guys. If you guys followed me from my first round, I used Jules my first round to book with Duran. I used left knee when I booked with Mejia. Okay? So, one thing that I want you guys to know before I really even get into all of that, know that coordinators have relationships with the doctors. Doctors have their favorite coordinators, and coordinators work more with certain doctors than they work with others and so forth, right? Because they gain those personal relationships just like with any other line of business. So it always helps to have a coordinator that has a really good relationship with your surgeon. That's something that you want to look for because they're going to have better communication. Things are going to be done in a timely manner. There's not going to be as many mistakes, right? So if all of you guys remember, my first round, Jules got my quote through Duran like that, right? She got it like that. I was already booked with left knee before I decided to go to Duran. So this round, I knew up front that I wanted to go to Duran. So I went to left knee to ask left knee to get me a quote, send her the pictures, answer the questions, all the good stuff. Left knee went to Duran's office to get a quote. She was unsuccessful in getting a quote. Remember, y'all know Duran picks who she wants to work on. That's no mystery. Duran will refuse you and keep it pushing. So apparently to left knee, Duran was like, no, she wasn't gonna do my surgery. Which when she came back to me, she was like, Duran denied your case. I was like, she denied my case. I was like, how could she deny my case? I'm not over my BMI requirements. She did my first surgery. Why would she deny? And she was like, well, she didn't tell me. And so I was like, okay. I was like, and at that point it was like, okay, well, if she didn't tell her why, I don't know what else to do, but I know that that's my surgeon from round 1, and I'm not over the BMI requirements, none of my condition, like I don't have any conditions or anything, so I don't get this. So I went back to Jules, hit Jules up, because we have a relationship as well. I'm like, hey Jules, can you contact Duran and give me a quote? The date I want is this. And she was like, yeah, baby, no problem. So the reason that I initially didn't want to go through Jules, and it's not anything personal to Jules, but with Jules, because she's a coordinator and she also owns a recovery house, when you book through Jules, it's like an all-in package. So if you book through Jules, you not only get her for a coordinator, you get her for your recovery house as well, which is perfect business sense. I mean, makes perfect sense, right? Keep all the money there. So when you pay and get a date through Jules, you have to pay a deposit for her recovery house. You have to also pay her coordination fee and your thing through Duran. So it wasn't that I didn't have the money to do that. I just didn't want to be forced to stay somewhere. Or, I mean, you're not forced, but if you don't stay with her, you still forfeit that money because she's still charging that money. So you're forfeiting your money, which, you know, I don't like to throw money out the drain, but I wanted to be a little more selective over where I stayed this time because I wanted to do a review on a different recovery house, or, you know, I hadn't decided what I wanted to do. I still haven't, because I'm still contemplating whether I'm just going to go ahead and lose the money that I've given Jules, or if I'm going to go ahead and stay with Jules. I don't know that yet. So if anybody's asking questions about that, yeah, I have not decided. Okay. So, just to kind of rewind that was the reason why I initially didn't want to book through Jules, is because I didn't want to do the all-in package. But I know Jules has a personal relationship to Duran. I know this. Like, they are like, when you go in there and you tell them that Jules is your coordinator, they're going to be like, oh, we love Jules. We love Jules. Jules is so sweet. We love Jules. They love her. So when I sent Jules my information, she told me she'd get back with me. Next morning, she sent me a message and she was like, hey, babe. She was like, for some reason, Duran does not seem to remember doing your surgery. She was like, can you send me any like pictures to remind her, or any information that would remind her of your situation? She was like, I kind of remember it, but not clearly. But so can you send me over the information? I'm like, sure, no problem. So I sent her screenshots of my messages back and forth with Castro. I sent her my wounds. I sent her my dates. You know, basically all the information to kind of sum it up. So at that point, I'm like, I'm feeling a little bit uneasy because I'm irritated at this point, because I'm like, okay, damn, she gonna deny me? Like, damn, I know I'm not that fucked up. Like, I'm not fucked up in the body for her to be denying me. So what? Like, I'm irritated. So I was like, Jules, I was like, to be honest, I was like, I'm kind of feeling some type of way, because why am I having to go through all of this and I've already had surgery with her? Like, you did my round one. Like, I ain't went to no other doctor. Like, I don't know what you're looking at and why you feeling some type of way or whatever, but I'm feeling some type of way because now I feel like you don't want to do my surgery. So Jules called me because she could sense I was irritated. And Jules was like, no. She was like, I don't want you to think that. She said, when she looked at your tummy tuck, and seen that it was cut up the middle, she thought you went to another surgeon. And you have to remember, she do surgeries every day. There's no way for her to remember every girl. She was like, and so I just had to refresh her memory that she did your surgery, and the complication that you had, she cut you up the middle. Another surgeon didn't do that. And so I was like, I was still irritated, but I was like, okay, that makes sense. Because, I mean, I can pretty much imagine, to us, we're just girls. She takes care of us and she moves on. So I can pretty much imagine that she don't remember us just, you know, by looking at body. Because remember, when you send your pictures, your face is out. It's just body. So there's no face. So once Jules talked to her and reminded her, she said that she was like, oh, no, I remember her. She was like, yes, that's my dog. She come back to me. Get her on the calendar. But it was no problem. So I don't know exactly why, when Lefney tried to get a quote, she was not able to communicate with Duran in that manner. From what Lefney told me, she never talked to Duran exactly. She talked to Wakiria. Wakiria is the office manager, y'all. And Wakiria is the one who was like, no, Duran denied it and didn't give her any excuse. But remember what I said, when people have relationships with people, Jules, knowing Duran and being cool with Duran and, you know, being the little sweetheart, she was able to hit Duran up one-on-one, and she was able to get the date. She was able to explain the situation, get the date, and clear up whatever questions Duran had. So again, guys, like anything in life, right? I'm about to say this. It always pays to know the right people at times. And this is not taken away from Leffany as a coordinator. Leffany is an amazing coordinator. She can get dates through Duran and all of that. But my particular situation with having that cut up the middle, and she looked at it was like, who did this? Yeah, you did, heifer. But that's neither here nor there. So like I said, with having a coordinator that is cool with certain surgeons, that's going to help you out. So when you see different coordinators posting online, going live and stuff like that with different surgeons, typically those are the surgeons that they have better relationships with than others. And typically they're going to, when they have those good relationships, they're going to basically be more prone to recommend those surgeons than they would the surgeons that they don't really have a relationship with, which makes sense because they know them better, they know their work, they pay more attention. So again, I had to go through Jules because Leffany couldn't get a date because of, I guess my stomach. I don't know. So now I'm a little, eager to go back to Duran and say, hey, well, if you felt some type of way about this stomach, honey, what you gonna do? That's kind of the way I plan to go back in there because one, when I go back in there, yes, I've gained a little bit of weight as of now. But by the time I go back in there, my intentions are to be smaller than I was the last time she did my surgery. So with that being said, honey, I ain't gained no weight. I ain't did this. So what you gonna do? How you gonna fix this? How you feel? Okay. So, so that's the way I'm planning to go into when I see Duran, and we'll go from there. But yeah, that's the story, guys. Still book through Leffany. You can still book through Jules, of course. I would, I've given you the facts with both people. So if you don't want to be all locked in, go through Leffany. If you do not want to be locked in with a recovery house and all of that, go through Leffany because it's just going to be a coordination fee. Boom, your quote. If you're unsuccessful and you don't mind, one, either staying at the recovery house with Jules, or two, forfeiting the recovery house money that you're still going to have to forward, because in her thing, it says this price will be the same whether you choose to stay with me or not. So either you'll forfeit the money or you will stay with her. Go through Jules. But I would try Leffany first to see if you could get the quote. And if you can't, then I'd try Jules. Because like I said, with Jules, it's a little more sticky. It's a little more all-inclusive. But now if you're looking for all-inclusive, definitely go through Jules because it does make things a little less stressful for you, especially if it's your first round. You can have a one-stop shop. You can talk to one person about your housing accommodations, your quote, everything. You would just be communicating with Jules and Jules directly. And I will say, guys, both of these ladies are fast. Both of these ladies are professional. Like, both of these ladies are the shit. Like, I would not discourage you from working with either one. As you guys can see, I'm working with both. And then also, yeah, because y'all know how I am. I'll probably do a video soon kind of telling y'all what I'm thinking also, because I'm also in the process of having Leffany get another quote from another doctor in the DR for me. And this just actually came about today. I've been, doing my research again and kind of just trying to weigh out what I want to do surgically and just within my personal life. So I've been entertaining the fact of being being round 2 and done, right? The only things left that I want to do to my body are, one, the arms, y'all. As y'all all know, the arms. I want more lipo. As y'all can see, I got like a little bulge here. I'm super flat here, y'all. Super flat. And normally when I wake up in the morning, I'm super flat here. But as the day goes on, like anybody's natural stomach, you kind of come out. So just, more lipo. I want more lipo at the back, up in that part. So lipo. So arms, lipo, and breast. Like, I want to lift and implant. And that's it. That's all I want, y'all. And I feel like I will be done with surgery. I know the tools to keep it up. I know what to do. And, like, that's it. That's all I want. So, I know that Duran will not do more than the 2 procedures. Because, remember, when you count your procedures, 1 will be my arm lift. Lipo BBL is another one. So, that's 2. All doctors in the DR do 2, but they won't do 3. Okay? Not all. But there's a few doctors over there that will still do 3. One of which has great credentials and is a good doctor. I'll reveal it when I get my quote and I decide what I'm going to do. I'll reveal it then. I'll do another video. But this other doctor that I'm looking at would do my arms, my lipo, probably, I don't know if y'all can see my butt, probably just put like a little bit at the bottom of my butt, not much, but just at the bottom. A little bit at the bottom of my butt, not much, because I don't even know if y'all can see it. I don't really feel like I need much, but maybe just a little bit of my fat kind of at the bottom, see if they can maybe fill out some of my cellulite. But anyway, so we do my arm lift, my lipo, put a little bit at the bottom of my butt, and we go ahead and do an implant and a lift. Yes, I know, y'all. I told y'all many times that I do not want to do my breasts in the DR, but this doctor's work on breasts is actually not like typical DR breast. And I also know somebody who went to this doctor and got their breasts lifted and implants. So I do know somebody personally that was like, no, I recommend him. He's a great doctor. My boobs look great. Like, yeah, they showed me, like, yeah, you know, I know somebody. So yeah, I initially said that I was going to do that in Miami and just do a 3rd round just for my boobs. But now that I'm getting to a place where I'm just like, don't get it twisted. I love the surgery process. I love helping people with the surgeries. I love all of that. But I'm tired of going through it. I don't really want to do it anymore. I just kind of want to be done. I want this to be it. Like, y'all got to remember, like, I've had multiple surgeries in my life. All 3 of my kids have been C-sections. I've had 3 C-sections. I had a gastric sleeve. I had the tummy tuck and all of that. So we count 5 surgeries that I've had in my life. And then I'm about to go into the 6th one. And then I'm going to need to get my tubes tied, y'all. So that's going to be another one. But anyway, so all I'm saying is this. I'm tired of getting cut on. I'm tired of having to go through the process. I'm tired of spending my money on this stuff. So it would actually be cost effective for me if I could find a doctor to just knock it all out and then I could live my life and be done. Or, you know, worst case scenario, I'm going to go at the end of the day off of how I end up feeling and vibing. So I'm going to be honest with y'all, depending on what this quote and all that stuff looks like, I'm probably going to have 2 deposits paid. 2 deposits paid when I go to the DR because I'm keeping the one. I don't know how that happened. Oh, well, it went away. There we go. We're back. Sorry. This is something new. I told you I'm trying something new. So I plan to, I'll probably have 2 deposits. That's what I was about to say. I probably will have 2 deposits paid when I make it to the DR. One with Duran and one with my mystery doctor. I'm pretty sure. Because I'm just going to take this time and I'm going to vibe and I'm going to figure out how I feel. And however I end up feeling, that's what I'm going to go with. But right now, as we speak right now, I just want to be done. Like, I got so much other stuff that I want to do and that I am doing. And I want to focus on. I don't want to have to prepare for surgery. Like, honestly, I want the designer doll brand. As you can see. I got stuff that I want to work on with that and not be working on me still. You know what I mean? Like, I want to help other women feel as good as I feel now. So that's like kind of my mission. And the more that I keep having to do for me, like, yes, I'm gaining the experience and the knowledge, which is awesome, because I have the experience and knowledge now that I can give to other women, which is not stuff that I'm just making up or getting out of a book. Like, it's stuff that I know because I've been through it. So this is, I mean, of course, what inspired the whole brand, but like now I want to get to the place where I'm building on to this and I'm helping y'all get to y'all goals and what y'all want to do, you know, what y'all want to do and everything. Like, I feel like I've got a bigger purpose now, so I'm tired of cutting on myself. I just kind of want to help. And also work on other stuff within my personal life and with my kids and stuff like that. And I know my kids are expressing to me that they don't like the fact of when I go into surgery. And I do have older kids, y'all. They're 16, 13, and 10. And they don't like when I go into surgery. They don't. But they also know that the stuff that I'm doing helps me feel better about me and helps me feel more complete. So they don't give me too much pushback. But I don't want to keep putting them through that, because I know it's a fear for them. Even though I'm not afraid, for them it's a fear every time I get on a plane and go lay on somebody's table and get cut up. They don't know if I'm coming back. And for that, that's the reason why I want to be done. I don't want to keep putting them through that. So if I can knock everything out in this next round, that would be perfect for me. That would be perfect. And I ain't got to worry about no boobs. I ain't got to do this no more. I can, you know, just maintain my results, and then I don't have to do nothing else until my breast implants got to be replaced in about 10 years. Cool. That'll be perfect, y'all. So anyway, I have made this video longer than it was supposed to. I was only actually supposed to make, just a quick video, but y'all know how I get to talking and going on and on and on. But whatever. So I hope y'all like the little setup that I've kind of got going on here. I'm trying. I think I'm gonna probably end up having to do it different next week. But the goal is to kind of, from here on forth, start having the logo in the back so that you guys can all start to recognize the Designer Doll brand for what it is. And, and it become something that sticks to you guys. Like, that's what I want. Like, yes, we've been designing Rachel Marie, but Designer Dolls is what's going to go into the future to help other women get to designing Rachel Marie's happy place. You get what I'm saying? Like, where I'm at, I want other women there as well. And I want to devote my time and energy to help do that. So it's something that I feel real passionate about. And yeah, so that's where we're at. So again, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe and the bell notification, because now you'll get those videos, and those videos will be coming way sooner than they've been before. And we'll keep rolling like that, guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and my movement and Designer Dolls.
Every single day